Hey, what's up everybody around the world? Welcome back to another tutorial in Revit Global Knowledge. Today I'm going to show you how to create a parametric ceiling design in Revit. It's a ceiling design for coffee shop. As you can see on my screen there, just a photo reference before we jumping into our project. It can make you more interested about ceiling design. Okay, so now let's stick around together for this tutorial. It's time to switch into our project. Okay, so now I read on my architecture template in Autodesk Revit 2021 student version. As you can see on my screen there, I am in 3D defer. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to create some wall first and create our meshing and side. After that, I will apply my generate model pattern back to create our ceiling design. Let me go back to my level 1 first. First thing, we can create our wall. WA on my keyboard for shortcut key, or you can go to your toolbar there. On architecture is a wall, just like here. And I simply using for rectangle. I will change for my modify and press wall. I will change to high. It's okay, but for unconnected, I will change from unconnected to level 2, and I simply start pop up for the first point here and until here. Now I want to adjustment my depth here. Here is a depth. We just make it for 24 meter, and for the front here I will make it for 8 meter. Hit escape a couple times. Okay, so now we got our wall there. As you can see, let me go to our 3D there. Now we got our wall. Now I want to hide my elevation first. I just simply select all, then right click on my cursor, hide and view, and by element. Now my elevation is gone. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to create our pattern base. So how to create our pattern base? I'm going to my, okay, before we create our pattern base, I need to create our meshing and side first. Go back to my, let's say we use for our 3D view, then we turn this one to top. We turn to top. Let me rotate first. Okay, here is a front view. Basically, front view is a south elevation. Now I'm going to my toolbar there, meshing and side, in place mask. Just give a name, quick name for mask 1, then it's okay. Now it's time to create our ceiling shape. I can simply go to my reference plane, rectangle, draw on work plane, and take for 3D snapping, and start for the first 4 point here, and second point is there. Okay, I think I got something wrong. Hit escape first. I'm going to Control Z a few seconds first. Okay, go to reference, rectangle again, start first point here and second point until here, then hit escape a couple times. Select my reference point there, create form, solid form. Okay, now we got our form is 8 meter. I will adjustment this guy only for 4 meter. Okay, perfect. Now I will select the top one, our top form, then divide surface, and I will adjustment my surface for on my property panel there. I will make it for distance and 1 meter, and change this V grill there to 1 meter as well. Now I will assign for a new parameter by going to my U grill there. Take a look on our distance, and on the dot there I will open up for associate family parameter, create new. We give this one for U grill distance. I need to add some spacing first. Okay, perfect. Hit okay. Hit okay again. Take a look on our V grid, a parametric for our V grid as well. V grill and distance. My suggestion is try to give a full name because it's easier to recognize them. Then I can hit OK again. Okay, so now I think it's perfect. Of course, you can assign a new parameter for our grill rotation also. Let's say I will, okay, I don't want to wasting time, then I will list it like this. Now what we need to go to do next, I'm going to my file there, new, and go to family. Now in my case there, I prefer to using for generic model pattern best. You can using for generic model adaptive component also can, but now I think the better way we're using our metric generic model pattern best. Double click here. Now I read on my generic model pattern best interface. I'm going to give exact dimension first, and let's say for horizontal spacing we make it 1 meter and vertical spacing 1 meter as well. It's apply. Pattern we just using for our rectangle, same our project. Now what I need to do, I just select my whole reference plane existing here, then create form, solid form, simply using for this first guy there, and we give dimension. Okay, let's say we leave for 400 millimeter, and of course I want to assign for a new positive offset also for a parametric name. Then it's true, I will give name for extrusion positive offset. Okay, now I want to make some opening on my center here. I can start from top here, reference, rectangular, start on work plan, then go to offset, make offset for 100 millimeter. I can simply start for the corner here and hit a space key on my keyboard for change direction of a rectangle. Hit escape a couple times, turn back, and then I can saw it's my reference plane. I can select here, then create form, solid form, use the first guy there and make offset coming up like this. Okay, I think it's perfect. I will assign a new parameter as well for my positive offset. I will make it for a new parameter okay, sorry, we give it for void positive and offset. It's okay. Create a new parameter, new. We make this one for negative void negative, then offset. Perfect. Another final one is a material. Let's skip first. Now I select my second form and change. Take a look on our property panel there and scroll down, finding for identify data. I can change from solid to void there, void, and hit apply. So now we'll be cutting, as you can see, but I don't want cut until my bottom there. I can go to my family type there, and I will make some formula. Let's say I make this one for 400 millimeters and as our extrusion positive. Hit apply. Okay, then I will void negative, I will make it for 100 millimeter. It's apply. Let's say reminder 400. Hit apply. Okay, perfect. Now our first bottom here is 100 millimeter for thickness. Then I will give some formulas made for extrusion. Pass here. Mean our void positive offset is same as our extrusion positive offset. I can hit apply, then I can hit finish. Let's say now with testing, I will make it for 2 meter. It's apply. As you can see, it's cutting properly. Now let's switch back to 400 millimeter. Apply and hit OK. I need to assign a new material first. Hit a tab key on my keyboard until I got like my whole void there, and assign new parameter, new, and give a name for material. Okay. Now it's time to load into our project. I just load into project. Go to our 3D. Okay, so now we can apply our pattern already. I just like my top missing inside here. Then I can drop down finding for family tree. So far we'll be generating, as you can see, but we got some problem because our panel here is not going down, it's going up. So how to solve that? You just let your whole panel there, then you can take a look on your property panel, finding for component flip, you can flip. Now we'll be flipping. It's apply. Okay, I need to take first. As you can see, I can hit finish. Let's say now I want to make my ceiling there more thickness. I can select my whole panel there, go to edit type, and then as you can see I can make it bigger. Let's say I want to make it for 2 meter by 2 meter. It's apply. As you can see, it's perfect. It's make it more easy for bring my design become professional. And of course there I can place my lighting also. Later on I will place lighting for you to see the result. And I can change back to edit type there, change back for 1 meter by 1 meter, hit apply, then hit finish. Now I want to change my panel there. I can go to edit family here, edit in place, then select my whole panel there, go to edit type. As you can see, I got my material, I got extrusion positive that I got bring from my previous generate model pattern base. It's a parametric. I want to make it for 500. Let's say we quick go for 5 meter. It's apply. As you can see, it's running properly. Let me switch back to 400, or we make it for 300 millimeter. Hit apply, then hit finish, hit finish again. Okay, perfect. Now we got our parametric for our cafe ceiling design. So now I want to place light. How to place that? Basically, if you are directly to place light on our mesh here, we could not place that because we need our ceiling to host that. So how can you show that? Let me open back my light first, and you can download lighting link on description. You can download from that. And of course you can go to Revit City and search from that because I got download from there. I can go to my file and open back my existing file for lighting ceiling there. I can hit open up. I know the tutorial is might take time because I want to explain you step by step. It's easier for you to apply into your project. Okay guys, as you can see, here is my light there, but you will ask me, Ben, how could I control my lighting there? When I scroll my cursor nearby my lighting, I could see this is effect lighting from my light there. It's effect for light. I can select here and I can change that for light source definition here. As you can see, you can change that. Let's say I want to change for rectangle and make to the spotlight, then I can hit apply. As you can see, we'll be going for bigger, but I don't want to waste time using that because not a correct function for our ceiling spotlight. So I will go back to using my rectangle there, but using for the last guy here. I think it's perfect. Yeah, it's okay first. Now I like this light effect here. I can load and close into my project 3. It's okay. I don't want to save. I can start from 3D, start from top. Okay, Okay, let me show you first. I am directions placing my light here. As you can see, we could not place that because we need to add some ceiling to hold our lighting for ceiling mounted. I'm going to hit escape a couple times, then go to my architecture tab there, finding for ceiling, sketch ceiling, start for rectangle, start for the first point there until final here, hit escape a couple times. Then I can go to my detail there. I don't want to affect my ceiling family. I will be duplicate, edit type, delete for structural one here will be deleted. For structural 2, just leave it like this, and we'll make it for 20 millimeter. For air, I am changing material from metastone layer to air, searching for air. Okay, this one is air, double click, then hit OK. It's OK again, then just hit finish. Change to wireframe. Yeah, here is our ceiling. I need to adjustment first. Using for move command on MV for shortcut key and zoom in nearer. Zoom until yep, I think until here. Yep, it's perfect. Hit escape a couple times. Now our ceiling height is, let me check first. Height offset is 3880.0. Min is 3.8 meter. Then I can start from top again. It's time to place our lighting. I want to make it like this, easier. Then I'm going to add some reference plane first because I want to place my lighting on the center. Start like this first. Hit escape a couple times. Again, hit escape a couple times. Go to component there, place light. I can place here. Okay, perfect. Hit escape a couple times. Then I will using for array command, AR for shortcut key. Select my lighting, AR for array. Start from the center one until another center one, and I can count that. Okay, 8. I can typing for 8. Hit escape a couple times. But if we are array directly like this, we could not array AR. As you can see, we can array one only, but I want to array the whole system. I can hit escape a couple times. First, I select my lighting there, right click on my cursor, select all instant, visible in view, ungroup there, and I can use array tool, AR for array. Start from the first point center here until another center, and I can, okay, let's say we make it for 20 first. Now file is generating, but we almost there. We need to add 2 more. 24. Hit escape a couple times. Perfect. Go back to our level 1 and camera there. Start from here until here. As you can see, it looks quite cool for our cafe ceiling design. And of course, you can change direction as well. For this one is, that's why I call it parametric. Let's say I want to change our system there, and go to edit in place. Select all my panel here. I can rotate it for 45 degree and grill there 45 degree. Hit apply. As you can see, it's quite fast, but when I rotation, it's got affecting with my lighting because I got placing already, so I need to replace that. But I don't want to wasting time. I will go back there, select here, make it 0, and of course I just leave it 45 degree also can. Hit apply. As you can see, it's quite cool for our parametric ceiling design. Make it for 0 again. Hit apply. Okay, perfect. Hit finish first. Now it's time to render. I will render it for testing a lighting. RR for shortcut key. For interior rendering on Revit, you need to change from lighting here to artificial only for interior. Artificial only for interior, and for lighting turn on and turn off, you can control that. By control that, you can take a look on our artificial lighting. You just select here, and as you can see, we got on and off. You can on and off for which lighting that you don't want to see, or create a new group to control that. But this tutorial not cover our lighting, we just cover for ceiling. Then I can leave it like this, it's okay. And I can change from setting to medium, then I can render. It will be take a few minutes. So now it's time to rendering progress. I will skip this part and we will adjustment for final exposure together. I just leave it like this first and I will cut for this part. As you can see now, our lighting is start brightness. I will cut here. Let's see the result together. Okay, it took me around 5 minutes to rendering out. This is the final result, but of course we are not happy with that because our lighting here is too dark. But don't worry about that, we can adjustment. I can go to my image here, adjust exposure here. I can select here, then I can adjustment. Let's say I want to make it more brightness. I can check a look on my exposure values there. I can make it straight it up like this. Then I can apply. As you can see, it's quite looking cool, and of course I can make it more darker or brighter. Just make it more darker and make it for gray a bit. Okay, too much. Apply. More gray. Okay, too much. Okay, perfect. I like this. Then again, it's okay. And of course I can sell my lighting here on my project. By sell that, I can take a look below my image there, go sell to project, or you can export to rendering file. Let me sell to project first. Let's say 3D one. Then I can hit show in the model, show in the rendering. It's quite cool, as you can see. Okay, now I can open up my render there. It's my final render there. As you can see, it's quite cool for our ceiling cafe shop with a parametric. Okay guys, it's the end. It's pretty much. Thank you guys for joining me from start to finish, and if you like the tutorial, don't forget to thumbs up and make sure subscribe for future tutorial. Okay, so I see you for another tutorial in Revit, and have a nice day.